Hey there guys, what's up? Ragtter here, welcoming you back to Pokémon Showdown. Today I have a replay of a match that I had against the lovely Padu, a longtime viewer and supporter of the channel, always leaves very wonderful comments. And I have been meaning to get around to this for a while, so tonight we're going to sit down and show you one crazy battle. And before I get into things, by the way, Padu's team is bulky and mine is definitely oriented more towards offense. So I have to play very carefully if I want to come out on top here, or rather I did when I played this, and I definitely made some mistakes. He made some mistakes too, but that's how you learn, and I have improved this team since then. It's a lot of fun to play with. But the thing that hasn't changed, and the thing that I love more than anything in Underused, is Mamoswine. Mamoswine dedicated lead is my favorite lead in the whole game. I run a Focus Sash, so as you can see I am able to endure the close combat, and guaranteed to get my Stealth Rocks off. Now, I want to save my Ice Shard for later in the game when I can get a Revenge KO. So I bring in Gyarados to lower Arcanine's attack, and since he appears to be stuck into that close combat, I'm able to get him to lower his defense and special defense more. Now, as he switches into Suicune, I wanted to switch into Darmanitan, and while this is not the most optimum of scenarios, I am able to get a U-turn pivot and go into Empoleon. Now, this is both good and bad. This is bad because Suicune takes a turn to set up some Calm Minds, but it's good because instead of going for attacks, he decides to set up another set of Calm Minds, which enables me to safely go for my Roar, and now Bruce the Machamp is in here looking all threatening with his forearms. So I have to make a decision here. Something is going to take a hit, and it's not going to be pleasant. I decide in the end that I don't need Darmanitan for the rest of the game. I send Darmanitan in to take the fall. Now I bring Gyarados in to lower Bruce's special attack a little more, and I go for the substitute just to scout what he wants to go for. As it would turn out, he wants to go for the Stone Edge, so I decide to bring in Empoleon in order to take these Stone Edges much more nicely. However, Empoleon is going to get smacked in the face with a Dynamic Punch. Gonna get confused, of course, but Empoleon is not confused about its position in life, gonna fire off a Scald and gonna get the burn on to Machamp. This thing is ruined for the rest of the match, and taking advantage of that, I decide to go into Azelf. Now, Azelf gonna take the Dynamic Punch, gonna get confused, as Bruce gets whittled down by its burn, but unfortunately, Azelf gonna hit itself in confusion, gonna take the knockoff, which, as you can see, doesn't one-hit KO me, so you know that burn's doing work. But I cannot rely on Azelf right now, so I decide to send in Empoleon, who takes the Bullet Punch much more nicely than Azelf would. And now I decide to preserve Empoleon a bit. I decide to go into Gyarados because I'm not afraid of the attacks this thing will want to go for. Just to wait out its last burn turn, Gyarados does end up confused as a result, as he brings in Easy Bake the Oven. Now it's time to switch out of Gyarados because I'm anticipating the electric attack, but Empoleon ends up taking an Overheat to the face. I'm not entirely sure why he went for Overheat over, say, Volt Switch, because I hadn't Mega Evolved yet, but either way, it got him the KO. So now I'm going to go into Sceptile, as he goes into Arcanine once again, now fully recharged after its bout with Gyarados. Gonna take the Dragon Pulse very, very nicely, able to fire off an Extreme Speed, and I say very, very nicely even though it was almost KO'd, because that Extreme Speed could have made the difference had Arcanine, or had my Sceptile been damaged earlier in the game. Now here is where Padu makes the most excellent play I've seen in a long time. I go for the Dragon Pulse, naturally outspeeding the Sceptile, but he's able to hang on with a sliver of HP, hide behind a sub, then Mega Evolve, and then knock out my Mega Sceptile from behind the sub. How cool was that? Totally played me for the fool. I am able to pick up the Revenge KO with my Mamoswine though, and seeing that I don't have the most options for Suicune left, I decide to knock off its item, and then I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Now, here is where things got sketch, because he wanted that Suicune to be able to take attacks from the Azelf just a bit better, and he admitted this. He says in the chat that I don't have on the screen that he got a little too greedy. I understand it completely. Wanted to be able to take attacks from the Azelf, ended up costing him a Suicune, but he's able to go into Easy Bake the Rotom and go for the Shadow Ball. Now here I make a very, very bad play. I underestimated how much damage I would take from that Shadow Ball. I am not able to set up a substitute as a result. It outspeeds me, it knocks out my Gyarados, and now it's going to outspeed my Azelf and knock me out of the game. A very calculated error on my part really sealed the deal. But honestly, I think I lost at that Sceptile play. That was a really, really, really smart play. That was so... The instinct you have when you have a Mega Pokemon is to try and evolve it as quickly as possible, especially where Sceptile is concerned and the speed becomes a factor. You want to have that added speed, but by going a little slower, by taking just a little damage where it was necessary, he was able to set up all over my Sceptile with his Sceptile, and it was so cool. That was so cool to see, and I am really blown away by how talented some of my viewers and subscribers are. Like, I've battled some of you guys before, and you've cleaned my clocks. Like, you guys are really good. And it's refreshing, honestly. It makes me want to get back into the game some more when I do see battles like this. But that is going to be this video, as we have reached the end of the replay. I will see you next time when I have another replay, but I have a question for you guys. Do you like this format of one battle per video, where I sit down, I give a very color commentary on the situation, and it's fast-paced and it's short. The idea I have behind it is that it's easy to share. If you like that, then please let me know, and if you have criticisms, then I would be more than welcome to hear some changes in regards to it. Leave that feedback down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time when we return to Pokemon Showdown. Until then, be sure to take care and have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye! Please? Alright, Dragonite, that's fine, that's fine. We'll work this out together, you and I. We can do